so I'm not no inventor by any means. And something like this has already been invented, but I took my old broom here, the handle broke on me. And I found me an old paint stick. These are set up for painting ceilings. Or, I really don't know exactly, but we set this up. You know, it's a regular broom or a regular paint stick. And you can take it, you see, extend it out. Now you can see it's all the way down to past my gut there. But you can raise and lower it how you need. And this is actually going to go back out on the truck. But the head on it, you can see, is kind of square and just kind of goes on with a wing nut. That's kind of nice putting my edge protectors up on top of loads. But that's a nifty thing if you're a truck driver, flatbedder especially. These paint sticks, you can pick them, or these paint poles, or whatever you want to call them. You pick them up at a hardware store or whatever, pretty cheap. The ones that they sell on the internet are probably 40, 50 bucks, and you can buy an old shop broom at Walmart for 10, 15 bucks, and buy this for 10, 15 bucks. Drill a hole through the middle right there and put you a bolt through. You're set to go. So that's something I come up with to kind of help me out and replace an old broken broom. We got to thank our friends at Matthews and Sons Equipment. We got a new hat. Actually, we got two new hats, but we're out here, been working on Snowball. We started yesterday and realized that need to run to town and get some stuff, and those that know where I live, I'm far from being close to town, so had to run back to town this morning to get some stuff. But we got the grill out. We got it in here. I put a new screen. We got right there, and this bar up on top, that's a new bar, and the one on the bottom. We refurbished what we had. We're going to put it back in the truck. This has been, like I said, it's been a project in itself, but just 4 bolts and it should go right in. Hopefully I got it lined up halfway close. All right. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I had pretty good Thanksgiving. Made my own, well, can't say I made my own ham, but we smoked a ham and made my own brown sugar maple glaze to put on it. But that turned out probably one of the bigger hits of the dinner, besides my wife's. She did smashed potatoes. But we need to get the engine out of the old leafer. But for right now, I know we got beautiful weather out. I'm out in a t-shirt today. But I need to get these front couple pieces of decking off here. And I don't know, I'm half tempted to go ahead and take it all down. But I need to get these off to kind of get an idea of what I need to do. I got the new quick steer, one that will make it easier to get the new quick steer put on. And 2, I want to switch from a floor mounted brake and clutch pedal to a hanging style brake and clutch pedal, simply because trying to go in through this little hole here, which is only about 1 foot wide and maybe 1.5 foot long. Well, it's not even that when you open it up. But we got to try to reach all the way down in there. And even though I got long monkey arms, I can't quite get to it. And on top of that, I'm wanting to do some rewiring in through here, so it will also help me get to the wires and everything else. But that's kind of what the game plan is right now. I want to get these pieces off, and we might even reconstruct it a little bit up here to make it a little more driver friendly, but that's game plan. Well, this is what this front compartment looks like without the panel on right in this area, but the brake pedal system and the clutch will probably be right in this area. Yeah, there's my hand, there's my hand. And what we will probably do to simplify the process is take a piece of my steel plate that I got, and we'll cut it and weld it probably across this section somewhere, but still leave it set up to where we can get in to get to our pedals, which I got 2 sets. I got the old set off of the old leaf spring modified that I had, And I got a set that I picked up in another modified trade that I did that will probably work good too. They're a brand new set pretty much, so that's kind of where we're at with that deal. We'll if I can get them out of here. They've been sitting on the shelf since I've gotten this car. But pretty much this is what it is. They'll have a brake bias set up on it. Matter of fact, I think this is the one out of my modified. But they'll have a brake bias set up on it, which will help because according to these new power eye rules, we will have to run both brakes on the front, and that'd work nice. Get a piece of plate, weld across through there. That'll work great. But with these power eye rules, we're supposed to run both front calipers. We're supposed to have brakes on all four corners pretty much, which I currently only run on the left side here and the rear. So we're getting better ideas what we got to do. This is kind of a little piddly stuff. The engine's a major project. I see me out here waving at somebody. All right, we went ahead, while we were out here messing around, we went ahead and took the quick steer out of the car. This big old monster here probably weighs, I don't know, 5, 6 pounds is what came out. And this here probably weighs 2 or 3 pounds, about half the size, is what's going to go in. But this one here, if you get it in here, we'll zoom in, you can see all the grease coming out. It's about shot, so we're gonna go ahead and put this little beast on here, because this one here will make it a lot easier when the car gets sideways instead of having to jack the wheel, you know, a full rotation or so. Because right now I think I can turn it a full two rotations before I'm turned all the way from midway, so, or at least one full rotation around. And this here will reduce that down to not much at all, which will be a lot nicer for me. So it does make it a little harder to turn if the car's not running. Well, one thing led to another. I pulled the steering bar, or I can't even think of it, the rods that go from the steering wheel down to the steering box. I pulled them off, and because I was trying to fit my headers, new headers I just got on. These are Schoenfield 103 headers. As you can see, they come out and they're more of a fender exit than what the other ones were. The other ones were more angled back and down. But one issue that I've figured out on both sides, one, on the passenger side, we've always had an issue with right here. Kind of get in there a little bit better. The A-frame likes to bump into the header right there, and we usually got to have it dented in. That's why we took the old headers off, because that header, that particular tube itself was bent in. The other issue that we've run into, the car's up on jack stands. You can see the wheels rotating. You can see the old jack stand right there. But the other issue is this tire is as low as it's going to go, as far as the body's as high, or however you want to put it. The wheels drop down. So when you lower the car down, the wheel's going to come up and get into the header on this side, which the A-frame's already an issue because I can't even get the back bolt in on this side. So that's already issue number one. Issue number two is we're going to get into these headers with the tires. So we're back to the drawing board on the headers, which sucks because I got rid of my spare engine for these headers, but it is what it is. It was kind of a shot in the dark with it to try and get something going with it, but I got a set of brand new Schoenfield headers, 103s, for sale. Anybody looking, I'll take 200 for them. That's what I got into them. So something that I really was bad about last winter was not cleaning up after myself. And it drives me nuts to come out here and be out having to crawl underneath the car with metal shavings laying on the floor or a foot of dust or whatever. These dirt cars create a lot of dirt, or pick up a lot of dirt and drop a lot of dirt. So it doesn't take much for a lot of material to fall on the ground. So it helps keep the floor swept up. And my wife likes it better when I take clean clothes in, don't come in covered in dirt. And I'm sorry if I'm a little wobbly. I'm trying out a new toy. So you noticed I used a hand broom to sweep my dust piles up, and I actually put them in my trash can instead of sweeping them out the door there. It's pretty easy to sweep it out, but with the metal shavings and hiding in trash in it, I don't like it getting in my driveway. If there's a nail or something I don't see, it could get picked up in a car tire or a truck tire or whatever. Quite honestly, a little bit of extra 30 seconds of my life could save me hundreds of dollars in tires. So that's the reason I use that. But we are getting ready to close things up. We got to head to Kansas in the morning and so run down and get loaded and then head to Kansas. I don't know exactly what the plans is for the whole week yet. I know we're going to Kansas and coming back with a load of rock. Nothing new. But this is the end of the year push. I like to call it the rush for Christmas. I typically, at some point in this period, I stay out usually 2 weeks at some point, which I don't know if I'm going to end up doing this year or not with the deals we got running. So, but right now, I think our game plan next few weeks is organizing my shop. I don't know, I'm trying to figure this toy out. It's better in my left hand, so. But we're going to try to get my shop organized, get some of the nuts and bolts picked up that I got laying around that some were not even any good, and I just got them sitting up on my workbench over there. You can see all that mess. And it's like that on the other side too, on my workbench there, which if I'm going to be working on my engine, with my toolboxes and everything else over here, that's not ideal. So we're going to do everything over on that side back there with the engine if I'm doing the work myself. I still got to talk to Danny, see if that's what we're going to do for sure, or if we're going to go ahead and take it over to his house, or however we want to do it. But I think we're going to go ahead and close this video out. We'll try to do some stuff out on the road. Like I said, I got me a new toy. I'm still recording on my phone for right now, but it's a little tripod. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't think it's really meant to be a selfie stick, but hey, I can get out here. My arm's about another 6 inches long with this thing. So I gotta take the charger off of Snowball there and get head in and get ready for the week. So y'all stay safe out there. We'll see you out on the roads. God bless you.